Yep, who was surprised that the Foot Brothers were, yeah, they were exactly that. Like, again, like, I don't think anyone was here was saying, like, this is the next Zeref, this is the next, like, serious fucking villains at all for, like, Eden Zero, but I was like, more importantly, I think, like, with this chapter, I was like, yeah, no, just get that out and done with, because definitely, I think, like, with this chapter, like, with at least a little bit of the stinger, like, how, like, it left off with last week with Eden Zero, a lot of us were like, oh god, please do not bring, that character back, like, immediately on there, and it was like, Michael, but there's definitely some stuff to mention about this chapter, like, where, yeah, there was a lot of goofy moments in there was a little bit of, like, definitely Shiki getting extremely triggered at the end of this chapter, and some stuff as well, where it's like, yo, Rebecca, like, just pulling out a gun, not giving a shit. She, like, you try and, like, pull some shit with her, she's just, no, get where the hell's my handgun, like that, and just start, like, shooting the shit out of these guys. So, let's go and talk about it. So, a lot of people thinking, like, wait, was that actually generally Michael down there, like, 50 years ago? Like, where I was like, wait, is this where he originally come from? And it was like, no, this isn't Michael. This is one of the just model numbers that, like, Johnny, like, as it was being, like, diagnosed, was because they are a mass-produced model, and that was something which would kind of explain, was saying, like, if that was 50 years ago, and Shiki with this, like, old run-down where he used to live in the amusement park, it's like, of course, they would use a small, inferior, just out-of-like-date model, like, say, like, Michael on there. It would kind of explain why it's like, a lot of them would break down and, like, all of them be in tatters. However, we do know, especially as saying how they describe this as a dumping ground, because, like, these robots had, like, been discarded due to the fact that, like, one of the things that every time that just happened was that Sabir just kept beating the crap out of them. Like, we seeing that he has a huge just thing where it's just taking it out on not just on, like, robots, on people, and it's just like, this is just how tools, that's just how generally they were, and it's just like, he was describing that, yeah, we were just made as like toys for him and all that, but we just, as soon as we, like, outlived our usefulness, we just, they were broken down and, like, just turned into, like, scrap and all that. And again, it's like, it's showing that, like, yeah, regardless, these things did have human conscious. Same thing with, like, Pino and, like all of these things. It's like, they have consciousness, and it's like, it makes Shiki feel, like, extremely upset, because Pino does know about these guys, and that's why she has a general fear of Sabir, because, like, look at all my predecessors and look at what's happened to everyone else, like, what he's done to them, and it's like, okay, and all that. So generally, it's like, with that, I was like, okay, it gets more, like, as Shiki didn't need more of the motivation, but it's like, no, you've, like, hurt, like, people down there, and it's like, now I'm gonna take it out on you. And then we get to the Rebecca part, which is, she gets to fend off the, like, the Foot Brothers for a little bit, which the two of them are fucking pervos. Like, it was like, they're both like, wait, no, bro, do you see them legs? And I'm saying, like, she's got that skirt, she's got that leg, and it's like, look, we lost our legs and all that, and it's just like, would you just let us inspect them legs all the way down to the toe? I'm like, oh, these guys are fucking foot fetishists, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, like, and I'm glad that Rebecca just had the right, like, response to this, where at first it's like, wait, you serious? Like that, like, she's just more confused than anything, and then but she starts fucking unloading, and it was like, yeah, not having none of this, and it's like, get out of here, like, you two pieces of shit on there. And thank God, like this is the one where it's like, no, just Shiki, just take care of this, and just, like, knock out these two fools, just get them out of the way. This is the bit where I was like, I'm really happy that just this wasn't, like, as much as, like, Shiki came to assist Rebecca, like, the way, at least how it was being depicted, at least when I was like, oh, thank God she wasn't the fucking damsel. Like, she wasn't the damsel in the stretch where it's like, I can't handle it. It's like, she was more just caught off guard because, A, these guys are weirdos and pervos, and it's like, she's not using happy, she's just using a just raw gun, and yet she was still like, no, I'm taking care of these guys. I'm gonna, like, they're weird, I just need to get a little bit of the pattern on them, and it's just like, generally when it was like, oh, where are Pino and Sabir, and just Shiki just flies off on there, like, going around, and I was like, that we need to take care of this, because, like, Wise, like, and Happy are both, like, getting cornered by, like, Sabir in his giant mech suit, and it was like, wait, we need to do something, as he pulls out an RPG, Shiki just comes ramming into him, takes him out of like his mech, core pilot, like drop kicks him from like, he's like probably like a mile or two away. He just does a full like 2-mile drop kick through the machine. Sabir ain't having none of this, uses his giant like Doomfist gauntlet, and then he's just like, alright, let's go on there. And he's just like, and this is where like, he's like, you took the words out of my mouth right now. And the chapter ends with him punching the literal shit out of him. So whether or not this is the end of Sabir or not, whether or not this is like, this just concluded, oh, we're still going to be seeing a little bit, because like the next chapter is being titled We're Friends, Aren't We? And it's like, whether or not like, that's good. Like at the end of the day, like I'm still like we're now 9 to 10 chapters in with this, and like especially where it's like I think last week's chapter was probably like one of the weaker chapters that we had, like because it was like out of the entire series runs, it was more just setup, and then again like we've been comparing this going back to like the start of Fairy Tail, the start of Raid, the start of all of this series, and like yes, there has been a little bit of benefit of the doubt when it comes to these series, but again, it's where it's like the main thing that always matters to me is like, am I entertained? Am I having fun? Am I like getting a chuckle? Am I getting anything from these chapters at all? And where the last one, I was like, I'd say this one I thought was alright, but I was just, again, I wasn't blown away by it. Like some of the stuff like with the little moments that Rebecca had, and I felt like as well, I did appreciate just Shiki just going in, just coming in, heel kick, fuck they are, alright, 2-mile drop kick. Like I was like, that's one way to get someone out. I was like, fuck me, that's definitely a that's a technique you can use to get someone out of the machine. Like again and all that, I like being generally just honest with people here and all that. Again, the last 2 chapters in this whole Sabir stuff that we've been seeing recently has not really been like what people would be like amazing or anything. I still think we're still early on, but then again, it was like we're now at least 10 chapters now, and it's like, again, maybe that's just how like the industry is nowadays, or at least I know like with like a lot more modern series, but it's like nowadays, like I know like unless you're someone that's had like a huge track record, or like say like if you are someone like example like Hero or like Kishimoto or Kubo or like any of the people that probably have had like a long track record, or just any long ongoing series where they actually know by default they're going to have breathing space and they get to set more of this stuff up, they normally go bam 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 bam, like they try and like hook you in with like the first like 13 chapters because they know like they could be in serious trouble if they don't. But again, yeah, like so far it was fine, like, and it's like this chapter as well I thought was fine as well, but I wasn't thoroughly blown away by this one. And it's like, if this, like, that's the end of the Foot Brothers, they were never a threat really to begin with, and if this is the end of Sabir, like wannabe Doomfist, then fine on there. Like I'm just very curious to see like where more of this time travel can go, and especially as well with this like with Pino, where can that go? Because obviously we see the fact that Rebecca has the suitcase later on, so it makes me wonder if she, like they're going to be using that to time travel going around, if we're either going to go back to our original timeline, because we still have people like that's still chasing them, like Elsie as well. We still need to find out a bit more about that. Like the things that we kind of left behind for this whole little Sabir stuff and all that makes me a little bit more like interested. Up there, we do get a few couple like references like here and there that we have been seeing like on the sideline on there. Like I believe there was like it was either last chapter or the chapter before that we had a cool one where it was like, here's like Lucy's Heartfilia's like autobiography and stuff like that, or like I'm fine with those small little nods than like just blatantly just showing more and more like Ozzy with like the whole Fairy Tail characters that we've seen before, or like I'm fine with just the small little tiny little references like here and there that you're like, if you don't take a glance at it, like, oh shit, I kind of missed that or something on there. But like overall it isn't like a full blown to say like here's like straight up like Lucy and Natsu just chilling around. Although I know a lot of people like kind of like and especially the fanboys now girls are like really squealing and like happy about that, which is like at the end of the day it's not that like, as long as they're like happy and all that is what they're getting on there, because there are more worse things that go on here. But definitely the one thing I think is I just want this to pick up a little bit, because again like I feel like at the moment on that it's fine, but it's like I kind of want to see a little somewhere, like going somewhere at the moment on there, because it's like we've known these characters for a little bit. We've got to see what some of them can like do and all that. Like Rebecca and especially with Shiki and all that. Let's give them a challenge, or at least let's give them an obstacle and all that that isn't so easily handled, like that can just be taken on and all that. I mean, I'm not asking for like the first real big bad villain, but let's see like say like their first proper villain to be like someone that actually gets them to use their heads a little bit, or like, you know, it's like, okay, we need to actually think about this, then just let's not just like heel kick them, or like let's just go and like pull a grenade or something out there. But overall, like I said, it was a fine chapter for chapter 9. But let me know guys in the comment section down below what you thought about this one. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.